Hey now, welcome to another RaceGrooves weekend show. I hope your week was fantastic. Well, at least you're still alive if you're watching that. As you can tell, I'm in another room. I moved from there to there to there, and I moved over here. So let's see how it goes. Might have a little bit of echo because it's a smaller room. In case you're curious what kind of setup I have right now, I just have a couple lights bouncing off the wall to help light up underneath my face. And I'm using a Blue Yeti microphone. We'll see how the echo is. I might have to put in some sound dampening. The only thing is I got my camera up there behind my monitor. I had to put it up on a tripod. I don't have anything to hook it onto like I did before. The only problem is that the legs stick out under the table, so hopefully I don't kick the legs and shake the camera. Truckin' Tuesday was the first video of the week, and RC Cars 5, he loved the video, great video. He doesn't think he'll see the movie. You know, it's kind of for kids. I thought it was all right, but you know, I had showed in the beginning of the video, I showed Disney Cars and Mater. You know, they got trucks in the Disney Cars lineup, and RC Cars, he's a big Disney fan. He's got a great channel, has a lot of Disney Cars videos, and he gave me a whole list of trucks that are in the Disney Cars line. So yeah, I'll have some Disney Cars coming to Truckin' Tuesday as well. Chayton Daxter 34. This is the second Truckin' Tuesday. Sure is. M2 helped me kick it off with the VW double cabs. Now I have another brand. These were from not Funrise, Spin Master. So that's what's great about Truckin' Tuesday, is I'll be able to feature different vehicles, or rather different companies who have, you know, truck vehicles in their lineup. It could be toys or collectibles. They'd be perfect for Truckin' Tuesday. Austin Dickerson commented, I heard that Monster Trucks was getting negative reactions from the critics. You can't always rely on the critics, because sometimes, you know, they expect too much of a movie. This was a kid's movie. It was fun. I had a good time. I enjoyed it. I watched it before I did this Truckin' Tuesday feature with the Monster Truck toys. Now, you know, critics, maybe they have some different thing, but for kids, I think it's perfect. The only thing that I would say is don't go to the movie thinking it's monster trucks. It's more about monsters than it is about trucks. Samuel commented, ooh, I saw that movie and I love it. Nice cars you got. Yeah, see, he enjoyed the movie too, so maybe it's not for you, but I thought it was fine. Very well done. He also asked, where does the black Terravix truck appear? He didn't see him in the movie. And then he followed up and said that he realized he did see him. He didn't realize what model he was. Oh, gods, I'm done. Remember, but isn't the truck lifted, but not as lifted as Big Ugly? If I remember, it wasn't that much lifted, but lifted a bit more than the normals. Yeah, what they did is they used the same wheels for all the trucks. Even though Terravix actually has regular truck tires. He's lifted, but since he has regular truck tires, he's not quite as big as the other trucks. But for the toy line, they just gave them all the same wheels. It's cheaper for them to manufacture that way. I'll have something about that too in the second segment of this video. HWMJ Collector asked, would they fit on the 6-lane raceway? Unfortunately, they fit this way, but not this way. They kind of drag in the middle. It won't work on the Super 6-lane raceway. I'll give you a video of that again during the second segment. Mr. Dan and Harry, not quite my thing, although the wide landing ramp alone almost makes me want to get the play set for Monster Jam trucks to land on. Loving the Truckin' Tuesdays. Thank you. And yeah, it's kind of neat. You get the ramp, you get some barrels. The barrels are a part of the movie, by the way. And yeah, you can play with your Monster Jam trucks. Worked just fine. In my Hot Wheels case unboxing video this week, I noticed that I found an error, right? Thankfully, the two cars were side by side, so I was able to catch the mixed wheels error. Otherwise, you know, I'm trying to keep the movie, I'm trying to keep the video running along, come up with commentary and stuff like that. Well, in the RaceGrooves community, Russell Bishop was the first one to notice that I had another wheel error in the D-case unboxing. The yellow 69 Dodge Charger 500 had mixed wheels as well. If you look at the rear wheel, it has chrome, and the wheel in the front, no chrome. Actually, I don't know if they're the same wheel. Yeah, I think they're the same wheel. It's kind of hard to tell. But that's not it. There wasn't only two errors. There was a third. Denise Moreno noticed that Terrain Storm has no side tampos. That's a fantastic error to have. Thank you for spotting it so that I make sure I don't open it up for track time. Matt Gamsick noticed that there was a wheel variation on the 2015 Ford F-150. Thank you again for putting a time marker. Now I went ahead and took a little video. The C case had a certain wheel style and the D case has a different one. It's nice to get wheel variations. They're in different colors. I don't know if either one's going to be a short run. Why don't you guys comment in the comments below if you found more of one or the other. It also depends on what part of the country you're in, as a matter of fact. But thanks again, Matt, for pointing that out for variation collectors. Dr. Pixels, on your first roller toaster, you said roller coaster. I don't think so. Let's go back to the tape. So it's not likely we're going to get a super roller coaster. First appearance in the D case. All right, maybe I did. I make a mistake once in a while, all right? DJ Penguin 7000. You kept calling roller coaster. Twice in the same video? Come on. Another roller coaster. And if you didn't know, you move this. I showed this in the weekend show a while back. You move this right here and the bread pops up and down. If you look, it says it right here on the back. I uploaded another track time video this weekend, 2016 D. I'm not that far behind. I'm behind, but not since 2014. Stacy, I posted a picture on the RaceGrooves community of the track layout. You know, in the RaceGrooves community, sometimes I give them a sneak peek of how things are coming along with my track time or even other videos. So if you want to join the RaceGrooves community on Facebook, Stacy Holland commented when I showed a picture of the layout. He said it looks like a reanimated version of the Pocono Raceway. And I'm not familiar with different tracks around the country. Here's a picture I snagged from their website. And on the video, Amy Kristen also commented that it looked like Pocono Raceway. Thank you to the both of you for participating. In regards to making suggestions in my case unboxing videos, oh, I'm out of order here. This should have been during the case unboxing. But anyways, you know, you're only allowed a suggestion or two. Sometimes people, as I'm doing the case unboxing, they say, oh, they like that, so they post this. Then they post that. Then they post one or two suggestions. If you post more than two suggestions, I don't count any of them. I shoot the video, and then I come back and I look for people to give shout-outs, right? So I searched the comments of that case unboxing video. Now, this was... this track time was from 2016 D. So I only had one case, a worldwide case of 2016 D. If I had a USA case as well, then I would search the comments from both to give a shout out to somebody for a car that I chose to use. As a matter of fact, once I picked somebody, I even searched the comments to make sure this person didn't suggest more than two cars. That's why it takes a long time for me to do track time. There's a lot of work involved. This image right here, this is a screenshot. Look, 2014A. I keep track of all the shout outs. And if you got a shout out within the last 6 months or a year, you know, I let it go to somebody else, pick somebody else. It's only fair for me to try to give as many people a shout out as possible. So as you can see, I've been keeping track of the shout outs for a long time. I know who got shout outs for my track time videos. And this one right here, 2016C. If you notice, about 7 spaces down, the 41 Willies, Adam, you see the FB? That's because I know I got his suggestion from Facebook, from the RaceGrooves entertainment page, the business page, not the community. I have to have it on my business page so I can keep it separate. But even if you look down further, you see the 52 Hudson Hornet. Well, Bryce, he got a shout out from Instagram. So when you watch the case unboxing videos, you post a suggestion or two on that video. But not only that, you can post again on my Facebook page, and you can post again on Instagram too. But you have to look for a pic of that case unboxing video. That's where it would be. Now for the track time, Demas Orange commented, he got a shout out. Wow, thanks for the shout out, Mark. My son and I played the downhill track. He protested, why do I always come up with faster cars? And he said, don't ask me, son, ask RaceGrooves. Very witty, that was pretty good. And then, you know what, when you watch track time, you learn. You learn which cars work better during certain situations, and that's how you learn from experience. Now, you can test your cars, of course, and that's how you learn with your cars. I replied to him, by the way, the case is a year old, and he got a shout out, and he's seen it. So thank you very much for sticking around. It makes me feel very good that you're still sticking around and that you're still watching. Now the track time video was a little challenging. I made it in the shape of a triangle. I had something else planned first, didn't work out, so then I did this one. And Owen Smuck said, I shall call this one Triangle of Terror. I thought it was a good name, so guess what? I changed the title on the video to Triangle of Terror. Thank you, Owen. Christopher Eck, you should try this layout again, but brace the first turn. It keeps shifting as the cars go down the drop. Yeah, you know, I was all the way at the end of the track, and I didn't notice a whole lot of movement, but now that I've watched it again, there's a little bit of movement, and to be honest, that could be why the cars were getting thrown out of the lane around that curve behind the loop. I'm not sure. I will be doing cars again on that track layout, by the way, but I'm saving that footage for when I make a video, a compilation on my track time channel. So like, let's just say paradigm shift. So I'll test paradigm shift on a bunch of track layouts, and then paradigm shift gets a feature video over there on my track time channel. If you look down in the description, you'll have a link to subscribe to my track time channel. Kuyan Talmaj, like if you think track time should be uploaded in 60 frames per second. You know what? I don't think my cameras shoot in 60 FPS. I'm not sure. In the future, I might have to buy new cameras so that they shoot better. Who knows? I can't do 4K video. It's just the file sizes are huge. But, you know, I use 4 cameras for track time. So that means 4 cameras, higher quality. It's a really strain on my computer. I don't know if I'll be able to handle it, but I'll have to check to see if I can get cameras with 60 frames per second. Louis Rebelliolo, RaceGrooves track time, thanks. Have you ever considered giving your fans a chance to design a track time layout? It would be nice if I had an area that I could set aside to where a fan can make a track time layout to be featured on the RaceGrooves channel. Right now I got to get things situated. It is something that I thought about though. But it wouldn't be for a case unboxing track time. It would be like a fan track time, something, you know. I'd have to work that out. I would like to do it, but I have to wait. Okay, we're going to take a break, and then I'll have some video content for the second segment. Thank you for watching. Stick around. By the way, in the Triangle of Terror video, Sir Mugman commented, I think one model will fail, and it's the old 442. It's high up, and it'll get stuck in the kickers. They don't like high cars. If you watch the video, the 442 didn't make it around that first curve. Sure enough, flew out of the curve. But let's go ahead and test them in the kickers. Here's a kicker launcher. Let me give him a push. Well, a little bit harder, dude. Yeah, it worked out right there. Look, you made it all the way around. Sorry, my camera's low. Let's go ahead and do it again. I got to get my kicker set. Well, I thought he was going to get stuck, but surprisingly he did not. Holiday Fun commented, this layout has 2 bugs. The gravity power for the cars are too much. After the kicker loop, the cars would have enough speed to make it around to the second kicker loop. There is no need for the kicker launcher. Well, let me go ahead and show you about the too much power. You are correct. I actually had the drop closer to the edge, and I was using the lower part of the 5-lane tower start. But when I did that, the track hanging off of the table was too much for the start gate. You see, if you put too much pressure, if the track's hanging too hard, this really is meant to be sitting on the ground, not sitting up on the table for a drop. And if you have it too high up and there's too much weight on the starting gate, it causes it to malfunction. Back to HWMJ Collector, he was asking about the monster trucks. Do they fit on the Super 6-lane raceway? Well, unfortunately, they do not. I showed you this picture, how the trucks are all the same size. Doesn't matter which truck. If you see underneath, they have the same chassis as well. I gave them a little test on a Super 6-lane setup, and that chassis, that axle crossbar right there, it rubs on the lane. It's not going to be very effective for you to use your Super 6-lane with the monster trucks. in the case unboxing video, John Bolt asked, well, he gave his shout out, by the way, but he also asked, does the figure from the trolley fit in Tankinator? And here is the model that he's talking about. Here you have aisle driver. In the USA, we call these shopping carts, but other countries, they call them different things. I guess John Bolt, he said trolley. That sounds to me like he's in the UK area. And so here's the trolley. And it comes with this little dude. Now, the little dude doesn't have any movement whatsoever. He just stands on your aisle driver, hooks on, and you can stand up right there. Now let's go ahead and take a look at Tankinator. There's Tankinator, and he has a hole in the top, and he's a ride-on vehicle for you to, well, you don't put them there. You put them there. Let's go ahead and check that out. See, there's a hole. I've tried Lego minifigures, and the feet are too big for him to get in. So let's see what happens with this dude. Yeah, he fits in there. There's nothing, he can't hold on to the edges. Someone's told me that you can get the Mega Bloks figures to hold on to the edge right there. So he does fit, but he's probably going to fly out of there very easily. Revs213 posted, I know this question might be a little outdated, but what do you think the reason for excessive model rotating in the middle was before Mattel made it to a solid body? And great videos, by the way, thank you. So here you have excessive. Here is the 2001 first edition's excessive, and if you notice, it's twisted, so they made it like an off-road vehicle, so you'd be able to drive around. Now, it was this way for many years, but the last, I don't know how many releases, it lost this twisting feature. It's just a solid body like this. Very nice six-wheeler, metal base, plastic body, kind of a futuristic model, but you know, it's to imagine when you're driving that it would twist. But when you roll around, it doesn't twist when you roll it around. So to be honest, probably wasn't that great of a feature as far as functionality, but it was pretty cool that it did twist. Thank you for asking. In the RaceGrooves community, Jesus Lopez commented that someone had noticed that the wheels of HW Formula Solar have the technology of the wheels of high speed of the special edition track stars. Now that's a Facebook translation, but what he's talking about is this model right here. This is the Formula Solar model, and if you didn't see this guy in track time, this comes off and it moves. Let me just take it off so I can talk about this better. But the wheels themselves, very cool. Look, they're skinny wheels, but not only that, look on the back. I don't know if I could get, I should get it. Let me just show you a picture instead. On the inside of the wheels, you can see they have a honeycomb pattern. Well, this is what he's talking about. This is a product that appeared in the USA. I don't know what countries got this. We didn't get these in California, actually. Well, they showed up at Mattel's toy store. I got some there. And then right there, I have a Kohl's receipt on that one. Well, in the East or Midwest, they got them in Meyer, I'm not sure. But you can see it has a honeycomb pattern. So yeah, very cool. HW Formula Solar is getting to use the high-speed racing wheels. Maybe that's why he's so fast, had trouble on the track. And there's a logo right there, a little too close. But cool packaging. I have all 12 models. I can't open them, I'm saving them for a video. Here's the first set of 6. So we'll start off with Jet Thread. There you have a Jet Thread. Very wild color presentation. It says great from the track up on the top. What's the copyright on these? 2013. So these go back 3 or 4 years. And they were not $1 cars. This is Mattel's toy store price that they got rid of them. I'm pretty sure that's where I got this, Mattel's toy store. I'll see the price. Well, see the price right now, $3.99. But when I get there, I'll show you. Here is Ballistic, former Highway 35 team member. Actually, he was the team captain, right? We have a plastic base, metal body for him here. Here we have Split Decision. Here's another model, just like HW Formula Solar, to where they have a moving part. Well, this one has like gold wings. You can flip open these sideways as if it was had gold wing doors. Crazy colors. Here's Team Hot Wheels model, forward speed in black and green. Spin, I gotta look, Spin King. That's alright, it's kind of dark. Has a purple windows, black metal base. Interesting skull on it. I wonder if they all have skulls. There's that skull. This one, he has a skull on the other side. Seems like it'd be during the Team Hot Wheels era where they had skulls. I can't tell for sure if that's a skull or not. Got a driver. This one I don't see no skull. Up next, no, not you, Camaro. You gotta wait. You're for this third segment. You gotta hold on. Here you have Tigre, another great track car. Now it said high-speed racing wheels. They were designed for speed. Since they weren't here in California, I couldn't buy extras. I take it back. I do have some extras, but someday I'll have them show up in a video. Grease Lightning, $3.99 at Kohl's. Kohl's is always more expensive, so yeah, I think these were like in the $3 range probably at Meijer. Grease Lightning, probably a fantastic, probably very fast. I'll bet you this guy is super fast. And he has the skinny wheels in the front, just like HW Formula Solar had all skinny wheels. But he had regular wheels in the back. Tigre, all skinnies, skinnies. So far, everybody has all skinny wheels. Skinny. And last one has skinnies as well. So far, Grease Lightning had regular sized wheels in the back. Now let's get a look at that second set. Look, what happened? I think I got things confused. I thought I had all 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I grabbed somebody from the. I accidentally grabbed somebody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. My mistake. Grease Lightning is from the second set. There are the 5 models, and I already showed you him. So now we'll go ahead and take a look at, oh yeah, Ford GT40. You know I had to have this one. By the way, this sucker is selling for $90 right now on eBay. And that's what people are bidding it up to. That's not what sellers are asking for. These are selling for $90. Glad to have this one. Yeah, I'm not going to open it up just yet for $90. I'm going to hang on to it. That's till I make a video. That's when it'll be a special video. Here you have Maelstrom as all skinnies. There's the skull up in the back right there. And the Ford GT had regular wheels in the back. Maelstrom, Spectite, nice colors on this one. He got only skinnies in the front, that's all. Metal base, plastic body, plastic spoiler. Spectite, has he been changed to where he has where the spoiler is part of the body now, or is it a separate piece? And last but not least, another Ford GTX-1. There you go. And there's your high-speed racing wheel segment. Jesus, thank you for posting that comment in the RaceGrooves community. On that note, in the RaceGrooves community, you know we rotate the community banner with suggestions from members. On the right, here are some samples from various months. Right now, we're looking for considerations for February. Better suggest quickly because the banner is going to be changed before February 1st. So I don't know when you're watching this video. You don't have much time to post a suggestion. Okay, up next, Ask RaceGrooves. All right, now, if you have a particular question for me, you can use the hashtag AskRaceGrooves. You can post it on Twitter, Instagram. You can post it on any of my videos, and I search. Like maybe you have a question that might be nice for the weekend show, and it pertains to an older video. That's the proper time to use Ask RaceGrooves. You can post it on Twitter, and by the way, on Instagram, I will be making a monthly post like this one here. This was January. It's too late for that one. I'm going to post a new one for February. That would be the proper place for you to ask a question for February. Just go to my RaceGrooves Instagram account and post a question on the proper image for the month that we're in right now. So, of course, right now that would be February. But like in a few months, you're going to look for whatever month we're in right now, okay? Last week we talked about the length of the show to where, you know, I got to get it to where it's about 30, 35 minutes because, when it's longer, I wind up here at 1:30 in the morning, right, overnight making the video. It's too long. It's not good for my safety, and it's too late for me to be up because then it messes up Monday. So I was talking about how long should videos be, and about 30 minutes seems like it'd be a good time to where about 7% of the people watch the show. Big Boy commented, you watched the whole thing. I usually don't finish vids that long. Yeah, that's why I think 30 minutes is just the right time for the show. Thank you to everybody who commented that you enjoyed the ones that went 40 minutes, almost an hour. I appreciate that you said you enjoyed those as well. So what happened with the 30-minute video? Here is the screenshot of that video. 7.1% watched the whole video, 30 minutes and 46 seconds. So I think that's the sweet spot for the show, right? To be about a half hour. Now, Richard Carpenter, cool video as always, Mark. Thanks. So here's a question on watching the whole video. Do you need it to run out to count? When you say that's it for the show, I can see a lot of people clicking. Because at the end, like 20 seconds, 30 seconds before the end, you say, well, that's it, blah, 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 and then people leave. So he's wondering if people click out there, do I lose a percent or two? I don't know for sure about Google, because maybe it's storing the video and knows how much you've seen. I really couldn't say for sure. But if you click out 30 seconds before the end of the video, you already seen a lot of the video. So even if it did make a difference towards analytics, it really doesn't affect my video at all. The fact that you've watched so much of it really helps the video, because that's what YouTube wants, people to watch longer form videos. And I'm trying to make it a show, an interesting show for you as fellow collectors. And I'm even sharing some stuff for other YouTubers to learn as well, right? When I say Ask RaceGrooves, you can ask me questions about YouTube as well. It's not just about collecting, okay? Thanks, Richard, for asking the question. Along the same lines, Scott Schmotz commented, if you stop a video and return to watch it later, does it show up in your statistics as having watched the whole video? I always watch the whole video, but I often stop it and then come back and watch some more. Yeah, you know what? I have a lot of videos saved in my watch later folder, right? You can click the video, put it in a playlist, and there's one called watch later, and you can watch it later. I'm pretty sure YouTube counts it. They know what parts you've watched, and the creator gets credit for whatever time that you watched. Matter of fact, if you watch some of it and you come back and you watch it again, YouTube knows that you double watch that spot. As a matter of fact, now I know why there's hump where I put mid-rolls in the videos, and I've showed that in a screenshot before, to where I had the commercials, the ads in between the segments. And now I know why it's got the humps, because what it does now is when you come back from the ad, I've noticed that it kind of backs up a second or two and then continues. And that's why it's showing that as more views, because people are watching that part twice, because YouTube is double showing that to you. So as far as showing up in statistics, yeah, it counts. If you watch half and then come back and watch the other half, it counts both halves. Thank you. Ray Gaming 7. Now, last week, I put this totally at the end of the video, not for any particular reason, but it's because he posted a comment saying, I think it was something about giveaways, and I did a search, and it's the only comment he's ever posted on my channel. Well, guess what? He watched the weekend show, and now I have 2 comments from Ray. Oh my God, that was the last one. Love you vids. I will try to stay active to the channel and try to comment on most of your vids. Well, I'm glad you were watching. I did not know. But this happens a lot, to where people just find the channel, post a comment, do a giveaway. They want free stuff, and they're not regular viewers of the show. So I'm glad that you popped in, because now I know you're a regular viewer, especially if you watch the weekend show and you watch all the way to half hour. So that's awesome. I'm glad you got to see that. And you know what? As far as participating in the videos, you know what? It's nice to post comments, and then you read the comments. Maybe you find a slow part of the video. You can scroll through the comments, read a little bit, and you learn stuff from other people posting as well. Thank you. Hayden Oliver. I don't get super treasure hunts in New Zealand. I've never seen one, and I go hunting pretty often, so I just assume that they're not imported to New Zealand. As far as I know, they're imported to New Zealand. There's Diecast TV channel, and they found supers, I do believe. So it's just, they're hard to find as it is. And when you have so many collectors, they're just hard to find. I couldn't say for sure, though, if they show up in all cases to your region. I don't know. I don't work for Mattel. Cobra Kraken. I would like to see rigor mortar featured in track time, please. Well, that was a suggestion for that video. And just because I show your comment here in Ask RaceGrooves doesn't mean I'm going to pick it when I do track time, okay? But Ask RaceGrooves, do you think the made-up cars are the most common Hot Wheel cars? Well, you know, the Matchbox, I've been keeping track for over a year. How many? There's 24 cars in a case. There was 36, there was 20, 24, I lose track. Anyways, for over a year, I've been counting how many licensed models are in the Matchbox cases as opposed to the Matchbox originals, they're fantasy. And they don't even have half of the case being licensed models, right? So I was curious, what about Hot Wheels? So I just counted one case, and there was more licensed models in a Hot Wheel case than there was fantasy. But I didn't sit there and count every case. So you know, if you watch a case unboxing video, right, you can count, you have a list, and keep a list of the real and the made-up cars, and then post a comment. You can post a comment how many were licensed and how many were not licensed, and it'd be interesting to find out. I can't do it for every video. It takes me long enough already to do the video. The Driving God, you made this one, RaceGrooves. What happens with the track time when you're in a rush? The stunts. We like simple compared to this. This has a lot of fast stunts, and the new one is just a test of low profile cars. Don't get me wrong, I like your track time, but there's no jumps or normal loops. Well, that's the deal with track time. To make it interesting for the viewers, I need different layouts each month, different tests. They might not even be tracks with boosters, loops, and curves. It could be downhill racing. It could be lots of different things. So I can't test every car on every type of situation in every video, because then it makes the videos less interesting. But I do understand what you're talking about. Of course, lower profile cars are going to work with the kicker loops and the curves, because the higher profile cars, they wind up flying out on the curves. Actually, some low profile too. But we talked about that, maybe with the curve moving around. But I appreciate you posting a comment. I appreciate the conversation. On Instagram, Alan Molina, how many monster trucks do you have, and are you planning on giving any away? Well, I'm not planning on giving any away. I'll be using them in future videos. But these plastic tubs right here, this is what I store my Monster Jam trucks in. And it fits about 30 Monster Jam trucks per tub. And I got 7 stacks. This is only a couple of them right here. So needless to say, I have a lot of Monster Jam trucks. I have no plans on giving any away. Unless I do like a feature here at the studio, have people come over, we have a downhill racing competition, use Monster Jam trucks. Yeah, I might give away people to come over and participate in the video. But just for people to watch a video, there won't be any giveaways. It's all going to be here. Chris Folks asked at RaceGrooves. Oops, should have been Ask RaceGrooves. Oh, this is on Twitter, so he tagged me, so I found out anyways. What are your favorite places to buy Hot Wheels and Matchbox? Do you find one store or company has consistently better selection? No, because you never know. One store gets the good stuff for a while, and then they might not get cases for a few months. And then this store over here gets the newest thing. And then nobody gets Matchbox in my area, so they wind up at Dollar Tree or 99 cents only. There is no one store that gets the good stuff. Everybody has the same shot as, every store has the same shot as every other. It just depends on if they sell more or not. You know, some stores, they have people with hookups and they're getting the good stuff before I even get there. So, no, there is no one store that's better than any other, not in my area. Again, on Twitter, Matthew Priceness, can I ask how long you had the channel for on the weekend show? The RaceGrooves channel was started in 2006 because I was RaceGrooves before. I was doing birthday parties for kids before. So I was RaceGrooves before. And then I had to lock up my name on YouTube. I didn't want somebody to start making videos with my name, right? But really, I only did a couple videos a year. A few videos. And then by 2009, I thought I'm going to start making more videos. So I'd make 2 or 3 a week or something. In 2011, so I count 2009 really as the time I really decided to start, right? 2011, I decided, why don't I see if I can make a video a day? Because I was curious, would the views drop off, right? You know, so I did it on the Highway 35 segments. I picked the teams. I would show the drones in one video. Tuesday, I would show silencers in another video. Well, guess what? By the time I showed all the teams, like 400 people had watched every video. There was no dropout. I thought it would be too much content, and it wasn't. It wanted people tuned in every day. So then I challenged myself to do a video every day. And I did that for a year and a half, at least a video a day. That was very challenging. I was exhausted by the end of it. And I just decided, that's long enough. A year and a half, video every day. So now I do a few videos a week. And I have only had a 10-day gap in videos. 2 or 3 times. That's it. So since 2009, so we're talking in 8 years, I've only had a 10-day gap twice or 3 times. I forget. So now, especially with me having a weekend show, now I have to have a commitment. It's the first time I started a committed schedule with the weekend show. So now this has been going on over 3 months. Truckin Tuesday has going to be the 3rd episode coming up this coming Tuesday. So between these 2 shows, it's making me really make sure I have content. And then I'll be doing other stuff in the meantime. And I do have another plan for a regular scheduled video on a certain day. I can't give it away yet because someone might steal the idea. Bobby B, I stopped by today you were here? To look and possibly get a set. He didn't come here. He stopped by Walmart because he was talking about the Camaros. And he said that he found 3 dump bins and not one 67 Camaro. One of his favorites since that's the year he was born. Well, yeah, the 67 Camaro, very popular casting. It's been a very popular casting for a long time. And especially nowadays because it has a metal base, metal body, and it has an opening hood. Who knows how much longer it's going to have an opening hood, because as Steve Brandon commented, the 67 Camaro is also slated to return to the main lines in 2017 after a 3-year absence. Its last appearance was the Summit Camaro in 2013. That was a super too. Although I can only assume it'll be retooled without an opening hood, possibly using the same plastic body, metal chassis on the color shifters. Yeah, so this one right here's 67 Camaro in the color shifters. Actually has a plastic body, metal base. So who knows when the 67 Camaro, I didn't check the list, but he says the Camaro's going to show up in the basics this year. Who knows if it'll still have its opening hood? We'll have to find out. And by the way, Steve Brandon, thank you very much. He's always very good. When he does post a comment, he's got good information. Thank you. Dalton Feckler. RaceGrooves got me to start collecting Hot Wheels. I'm glad. I hope you enjoy the hobby. I like collecting cars. I like playing cars. I don't have any room to display cars. When I say have fun with your cars, I'm talking about have fun. Maybe it's collecting. Maybe it's playing. If I tell you happy collecting, maybe you're collecting them, keeping in the package. Maybe you're collecting them and putting them in a tub and having fun. I hope you have fun in the hobby. And not just Hot Wheels. There's other brands too. Drift Racer John 11. Do you have Fast and Furious Mattel toys? Yeah, Mattel came out with Fast and Furious, but they're not Hot Wheels. It's just Mattel branding. Doesn't have any Hot Wheels on there. Of course, I had to get the Ford GT. There's 3-packs. You guys probably seen these in the stores already. I'll be doing a video on these sometime in the future. I'll be picking up, Eric Adrian, would you be willing to showcase custom cars if you're given them, or do you focus on just what's standard from the companies you review? If somebody does customs, my fan mail address is in the description below. If you want to write a letter, if you want to draw a picture, my actual address is in the description below. Now, if you make a custom and you want to send me a custom, it might appear in the weekend show. But I can't return anything, okay? I'm not real good with mailing stuff out. It's another reason I don't do trades. I'm not real good. There's a few people that done me favors. I'm supposed to get them something. I'm a little behind on that too. So if someone wants to send a custom, I'd be glad to show it in the weekend show. Fabian K, I really enjoy your knowledge and the history of the Hot Wheels brand. It's nice to see that you're getting the attention, subscribers, that you deserve. Hard work pays off, kids. RaceGrooves is a good example. Try to be a good example, okay? Because I know that kids watch my videos. But not only that, I want to support the hobby itself, right? Yes, I'm doing this. Yes, I earn my living from doing this channel, right? But I have the power to have a good influence on a lot of people. And I enjoy being in that position. Now, as far as the subscribers, some people have millions of subscribers. I got 445,000. That's pretty good too. I'm not come on. I'm pretty. That's almost 500,000 subscribers. That's just an amazing number. Thank you. But when I started doing the channel, like I said, back in 2009, I was making the daily videos. I had an aggressive plan. I knew what I was going to do. I was going to grow my YouTube channel, and I already, like a business plan, I knew what I was going to do. I knew how I was going to format the channel. It was going to be toy cars because that's what I do. It's just naturally me. So even though I had a good plan and I executed it, and now I am where I am, there's a bit of luck to it too. Because when I started, there wasn't a whole lot of people doing it. Nowadays, there's a lot of people doing Hot Wheels videos on YouTube. Just because you spend a lot of money or just because you spend a lot of time doesn't mean you're going to have a popular channel like mine's doing right now. Well, look at the weekend show. I get 10,000 views. It's not enough to sustain. If you were trying to quit your job and just get 10,000 views on a video, it's not enough to earn a living. It's just not. I showed you how much I earned last week. My weekend show, 10,000 views, I got $17. Yeah, it took me 12 hours to make that video, and I got $17. Basically make $1 an hour. So on one hand, put in the work, right? And then maybe with a little bit of luck, it's able to provide for you. Frank Vegeta, exclamation point. Hey, RaceGrooves, this is something that MGO316 taught me. You don't stop playing because you grow old. You grow old because you stop playing. Be a geek and be proud. Facepalm. Yeah, you know what? You want to play video games? Go play video games. You want to go race motorcycles? Go race motorcycles. You know what? Have fun. Just have whatever you're doing. As long as you're not hurting people, have fun in whatever hobby you want to choose. Kelly Gurney, I love your videos. I'm fairly new to collecting, and I am learning a lot from your videos. Thank you for watching. I do what I can. I do have a playlist, a vlog playlist with like collector videos. If I remember, I'll put that in the description. I try to do what I can. Craig Go, do you realize that you're a celebrity of diecast? With as many followers as you have with your channel, has anyone ever reached out to talk to you about putting a show on TV? If not, would you consider doing a show on TV? If they ask, if not, why? Great video as usual. And here we have the RaceGrooves weekend show. So yeah, got a studio. I'd like to make some type of program. As far as appearing on TV, I don't know if TV is the market. YouTube's great because even niche hobbies like mine, or niche hobbies like mine, I have an opportunity to earn my living. But now you have Facebook. You have all these entities that want people to create video content for them. I'm not putting my stuff on Facebook because they don't share the revenue. So no, I'm not putting my videos over there. Stairway to Heaven. Do you still upload it? The World City playset RaceGrooves? He's talking about the Hot Wheels World playsets, basically from the late 90s. They went into the early 2000s as well. Here in the studio, I'm limited with space. I got to get things situated. I would like to have a designated area so I could set up the Hot Wheels World playsets. And this way, start combining them and make a big layout. So I haven't done anything in a while. I have a lot of them waiting to be reviewed. And on that note, thank you for tuning in to another RaceGrooves weekend show. I appreciate it. Here's some links, other links, blah, blah, blah. Happy hunting. Bye-bye.